Hey guys, Fast Break Jared here. So I thought I would throw together a little video of my own this week on the subject of sleep. This is something that I've struggled with a lot lately, and one thing that I've always thought is that you have the most license to teach about stuff that you're not good at. So that's what this video is for today. Some anecdotal things that I had to think about sleep, and then like some stuff that it's gonna sound like I know what I'm talking about sleep, about the science of it, but it's really all just anecdotal and useless. First things first, let's talk about accessories. The first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to buy one of these big boys right here. This is called a bed. People who live in the first world, like America, if you live in like parts of Mexico and Canada and like in Europe, most people have beds. Some people don't. Guys, if you don't have one, you got to get one of these things. They're really good. They're really good. The next thing you're gonna want to buy is covers for your bed. Some people like to buy them all at once. I'm not really. I'm more of like a Renaissance person. I kind of like to go within a different theme for different parts, which is also a secret code for like different things just get washed at different times. This is called a blanket. My mom calls it a comforter because she's she knows more about this than I do. Kind of. Sometimes it gets a little chilly if you have one of these guys too. It's actually a pretty necessary part of this tutorial. So if you don't have a blanket, you could probably get like a sibling, or like you could probably get some leaves, like some palm fronds. Tom Hanks in Castaway, I think he did that. He made like a boat or something though. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what it is, but it just can't be like water. Let's talk about pillowcases. These are super important. These are really important. So the thing about, oh, look at that. Look. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do with the pillowcase is you're gonna want to pick a pattern. And this is your pillowcase is the number one accessory in your life that represents who you are at that given time. Because I mean, you sleep like a third of your life probably, if you're getting enough sleep. I've gone with this zigzag thing, and it's a little bit radical. So one thing you should know about your pillowcase is when you sleep on it at night, all around the clock, that cover is having an effect on you, on all of you, on your psyche, your physiological health, your state of mind. It's changing all of that stuff. So with this, I've noticed that for like the first 10 minutes of my day, I can't walk straight. I fall over. And I found a skateboard and I immediately jumped out of my window on it and did a kickflip. And those are not that easy to do. And then, yeah. So, and like one time when I was a kid, I had a dinosaur pillowcase, and sometimes I woke up and I felt like a triceratops all day. Can you imagine the benefit that would have on your life if you could wake up and feel like a T-Rex and just get it, or a brontosaurus if your neck's really freaking long? So that was accessories. Now I want to talk about pre-nighttime rituals. There are certain things you want to do before you go to bed if you want to have really effective sleep. And some of these can get kind of ornate. Some people like to read. Some people like to have a glass of warm milk. I saw that in an episode of Hey Arnold. My ritual is as follows. First thing I like to do is watch TV. Something really funny like LOL, like epic gamer moment, Vine compilation, try not to laugh, crying laughing emoji, 8 times 2020 compilation. First thing I like to do is exhale a little bit of air out of my nose. So I'm like, and then I'll look at the clock, and if it says 3 a.m., I've made a mistake. Usually it'll say something reasonable, and I'll go, click. Come on, follow me. Let's go in here. Yo, this is where the magic happens. You guys ever watch Cribs? There's always, every episode of Cribs, they would walk in to the every episode that was like, even like, I don't even think it was just the rappers. They would walk into the bedroom and go, hey, this is where the magic happens. And it's all so the first thing I like to do is I come in here and I just hum really loudly for like 30 or 40 minutes. And my neighbors, I usually get a phone call around 20 minutes. And actually, you know, at this point, I think I'm just doing it to get back at them. The humming doesn't really help. I just hum really loud until I get a phone call, or I hear somebody's broom hitting the ceiling underneath my apartment. Okay, now this is a really important one. Always, before I go to bed, I put on chapstick. Okay, you want to know how good I am at putting on chapstick? With this one hand. You see that? You can rewind that if you need to. I've woken up with dry lips before, and I almost got a gun and shot myself. One time I woke up with dry lips, and then I turned my car off and walked to a gas station. That's a joke I just made up. It's at this point that we're ready to wind down. Okay, this is where things get really juicy. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about sleep posture. This is like one of those Storytime blog things. OMG guys, you're not gonna believe what happened to me today. I ran into Arnold Schwarzenegger and he freaking pulled my pants down and I cried for 25 minutes straight. And then I killed myself. It was, yeah, LOL guys. Seriously, like and subscribe. If anybody else ever gets a invasive killer hornet stuck up their pee hole, then I want to see that in the comments. I want to see your experience with that because mine was not a good. Okay guys, so I just worked really hard to get the camera pointed. If you have one of these top cover mattresses, they're ridiculous. They always fall off every time you do them. If your comforter is twisted like that, then just give up. You're not gonna get good sleep that night because this thing, it's not gonna come untwisted. It won't. You flip it over. Oh, it's the wrong way. Let me just flip it over the right way. It's still twisted. Okay, here we go. Come on. All right. So, as you can see, I have an auxiliary pillow here. I keep this here mostly because I have it. I don't think I've ever used it my entire life. Like, even when I don't have this pillow, I'll just sleep without a pillow. I hate this thing. I don't know why it's there. Some people like to sleep on their backs, okay? Now, this is a good starting place. When I was younger, I would literally go like this, and I'm not joking, and I would fall asleep like this. And then I would wake up like this. I would go like that. It would make a creaking sound, and I'd be like, one! That's a count joke, because it feels like a vampire. This one's called, you guessed it, the vampire. This is called the Billy Didn't Call Me Back, okay? And it's kind of like this, and then you kind of shove your face in here like you're crying, like Billy, the starting quarterback for the varsity team, didn't call you back. And you're like, oh, Billy! Billy was actually in trouble. He got kidnapped by some Congan internationals who mistook him for a South African fugitive. So you're probably not going to see Billy again, but it's not that bad. He didn't not call you because he didn't want to call you. He just didn't call you because he was probably getting his head cut off. This is the part of the video. Viewer discretion is advised. These are very advanced techniques. Do not try this at home. First one. This is called the tiger knee. The tiger knee is named after the famous Street Fighter character Sagat, and he is like a Muay Thai master with like, he's blind or something. He's got like an eye patch and the other eye's all milky. So, I mean, I don't know. Either that makes him very good or that makes him very dumb. I don't know. Bottom leg goes straight. This leg goes over, and the knee, you can go, I'm pretty advanced, so the knee can go pretty far. If I was in some sort of a Muay Thai stance, good night. Good night. Good night. which is the theme of this video. I like to put my own twist on it, and that's why I call this Jared's flaming tiger knee of serenity. And this arm is gonna come back, and then it like lines up the spine, and it's like, oh, I didn't know I loved this. I learned this move from ex-professional skateboarder Bob Burnquist. Now, another advanced move, here we go. Things are learned naturally as children. We squat, we run, we climb. These things are innate in us. And that's why this one, I call this one, but Mom, I had to get it to a save point. Why did you take my games away and put me to bed an hour early? I can't fall asleep for another hour. Now, as a child, sometimes you'd have to go to bed early, and you weren't ready to go to bed early. Your body just wouldn't do it. And so what you do is you kind of writhe around like this, trying to find a comfortable position. So, but ultimately we all ended up in this position. If you are pregnant, I would suggest not doing this one. Nothing inverted. If you plan on operating heavy machinery that day, also, this one's a big no-no. Foreman tells you, hey, get in that forklift and lift that. Henderson, my big fat wife is on the forklift. I need you to lift her and put her on the top shelf. You get on there and you're shaking, and you get on there and everything's inverted. And you slam your foreman's wife into the concrete. And she's so big, though, that she survives. But the whole factory is just totaled. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to hit the sackaroonie. Keep it clean, keep it fresh, keep it fun, and stay woke as frick, okay? This is some based sleeping info for you. You're welcome. I'm going to catch some fat Z's. Good night.